Welcome back to Minecraft with Niceberg. I am Niceberg, and we are just here doing a little bit of farming. We haven't farmed in a little while. Our crops are all grown up, and I'm a little short on food, so I figured we'd go ahead and do just a little bit of farming here and get things ready to go. I also have a project in mind. I've pivoted several times over the last couple of days trying to decide what to do, and it's been a long week. For all of the extra time that I had last week to put together that episode where we were adventuring, I've had just as little time this week between classes and parent-teacher conferences and all kinds of stuff. It's just been a really long week, so I haven't had a whole lot of time to think about what are we going to do in Minecraft this week. But I do have an idea. I've settled on what we're going to do, and part of it is going to be I'm going to need to do a little bit of resource collecting. I'm going to need to do a little bit of redstoning, and then we're going to need to do just a little bit of adventuring. Of course, you saw that I was, I don't know where my slime blocks are, or my slime balls. You saw that I was in the swamp over in that direction, harvesting some slime. That was because I intended to do something with it today, and that project's going to get pushed off because I just don't have the time. So, come on, little sheep. I need you, friend. So we're going to do something a little bit different that is hopefully going to be helpful moving forward for planning purposes in building and things like that. And then I'd also like to go find a space where we want to kind of set up our forever home. Again, this is just kind of our starter base, and so I'd like to go find a place. I've got some ideas of what I want to do first in this world in terms of builds and areas and things like that. So we're going to go about trying to find that forever home today. Hope you hang around. Hope you're ready for it. Should be pretty good. I have been on the hunt for resources. I had to go get a bunch of redstone for what we're doing. We were fresh out, and now I need some dyes. And so it is time for us to head out on a little adventure looking for a flower forest or something like that, because I need all kinds of different colored dyes for today's project. And in order to do that, we need to decide which way to go. I think we need to either go in this direction or in this direction, because I went out this way to find the swamp. There's a lot of swamp out there. Don't know for sure what's on the other side of it. We've been that way a lot. We haven't gone in either of these directions. So I think we're just going to go straight out this way. We know there's jungle over here, but I don't really know what's here aside from the, 100 or 200 blocks that we went out in that very first episode. So let's head out this direction and see if we can't encounter a bit of a flower forest. Of course, we've got some flowers here in this meadow, but I'm going to be looking for all the flowers. So if we find anything interesting, we'll cut back in. I'll let you know. No time at all, and we've already found a dark forest. This is great. I've been actually thinking about needing some dark oak wood, and so this is a great resource for us to be able to find that dark oak wood. Some more spruce trees right here nearby. Oh, this is actually really good. So we're going to keep letting the world load in. Seems to be moving pretty slowly, not sure why. But we're going to keep letting the world load in, and hopefully we'll come across that flower forest really soon. Well, I didn't find a flower forest, but we've gone a really long way, and I didn't think my lighter's almost destroyed, and I forgot that it didn't have Unbreaking 3 on it, so it's not lasting very long at all. So I completely forgot that it didn't have Unbreaking 3, and now we're stuck 4,000 blocks away from home right now. But what we did find is we found a lot of maybe a few flowers here that we haven't had. I've picked up some flowers that are producing light gray, white, and blue dye, and if I remember correctly, we can take some of these and create some of the others. So I think if we put orange or red and yellow together, we'll get orange dye. So that'll give us orange. What's the oxeye daisy give us? It gives us light gray. We've already got that. If we go blue and light gray, whoops. If we go blue and light gray, we don't get anything. If we go light gray and red, nothing. If we go red and blue, we'll get purple. All right. So we've got all those. We need a green. If we go yellow and blue, will that give us? No, that won't give us green. I think we need cactus for green dye. And what do we need for cyan? I don't remember. But I'm going to figure out a way to, you can see we're a little jerky here. I've increased my render distance. I'm going to need to turn it down. But we have a village over here. And I'm going to see if I can use those villagers to get my elytra mended back up and get us continuing on our way, probably pretty soon back to home, although we've still got quite a few things that we're looking for. Now that I'm thinking about green dye, we're also going to need a desert. So a little bit more adventuring, a little bit more flight to happen, but we got to do it safely. So we'll figure out a way to get that done. I have gotten myself into a predicament. Now this is awesome. Found a cool mushroom biome. We got plenty of mushrooms around here. But yeah, my elytra is dead. And I am now like thousands of blocks away from home. This is the first land I've seen in forever. I fell into the ocean. First land I have seen in forever. Mushroom biome. Nothing here to get me any XP. So I do want to see what's going on down here. I see some different colored blocks. And it's just granite. Darn. Anyway, so yeah, I just been swimming like crazy trying to find some land where I might be able to get some mobs and get some XP and that sort of thing. Still have not found a desert or a flower forest, so that's just my quick update. And I wanted to show you this awesome mushroom biome. Second one I found in this world, by the way. There's one in the other direction from the spawn point as well. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, again, if anything cool shows up in the adventures here or we find what I'm actually looking for, I'll let you know. Finally, biome number 1 that we're looking for, a desert, which means that we've got cactus now, which means that we will be able to cook this up for green dye, and we're getting into Badlands. This is actually another biome that I was hoping for because I am thinking that some of our builds in this world we're going to need some terracotta for. So we are definitely going to need to take some coordinates here because again, this is the first desert, first Badlands that we found. 15, 19, 85, 25. Boy, we're going to have to get some other travel happening quickly. It might just be easier to go ahead and build a little XP farm out here since we went ahead and found a Badlands. I hoped that we'd find a spider spawner pretty close by, and so that's what we went ahead and did. And you know, we're near the desert out here, we're near the Badlands, and I figure, you know what, if we're ever out here gathering sand or terracotta or anything like that, we're probably going to want an XP farm to repair tools and things like that. So this wasn't a terrible waste of time anyway, because now we've got an XP farm nearby, places where we may be doing some mining sometime soon. So Elytra's basically already healed up, and the only thing that we're still on the hunt for then is a flower forest. So I'm going to go ahead and mark our coordinates here so we know where we're at for the spider farm. And we're going to take off and see if we can find that flower forest and know that we've got this spot to come back to or revisit on our way back towards home so we can heal up the Elytra. I am also noting that I've only got 17 rockets left, and I forgot my ender chest with me. Or I forgot my ender chest I didn't bring with me. So that means that we've only got 17 rockets left. So that's not great either. Oh boy. Alright, well, hopefully next time you see me, we're back at home, and I've got some extra flowers and some colors with me. We'll see. Well, we're getting closer to home now. Still have not found a flower forest. Just now realized that I left our cactus at the farm. Oh my goodness, I left all kinds of stuff at that spider farm that we needed. Oh, this is nonsense. After much too long, it's finally time to get started on our project. So this is a little bit of a redstone project, and again, it's designed hopefully to give us a little bit of help moving forward as we prepare to plan for some different projects over time, and it should give us a lot of resources to be able to work with. So here we go. Let's time lapse this bad boy. Finally, after all of that time, we have a barely functioning wool farm here. Classic design here with the observer looking at the block underneath the sheep. When the sheep eats the block, eats the grass, the block updates, the observer fires, and inside the dispenser are shears that shear the sheep for us. And of course, like I said, it's barely functioning because I've got no collection system for it right now, and that is a product of all of my timing and all of the things that I screwed up. So unfortunately didn't have time to get all of those resources together, but we will get that done hopefully before the next episode. And again, you can just see all of the wool that's being sheared off of the sheep. So you can see, boom, he ate, and then it fired and sheared him. If we can find another one, I just collected this one earlier. All right, there we go. So again, there's the fully functioning wool farm with no collection system. And so we will have to do a collection system sometime soon. And again, not everything done here that I wanted. I wanted all 16 colors in here, but because we couldn't find that flower forest, We don't have all of our colors, so we don't have all of our colored sheep. We're just getting white wool right now. And again, because of the time, I didn't have an opportunity to get all of the resources necessary and ready for the collection system. So again, we'll do all of that before the next episode, and we'll have ourselves a nicely functioning wool farm. The other piece that I didn't get done is the building around it. I wanted to go ahead and get that done as well in this episode, and like I said, just the timing this week with all the stuff that I had going on, plus leaving things, taking way too much time to try and find that flower forest, and then leaving things back at the spider farm really cost us a lot of time in being able to get this wool farm completely done in this episode. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had a good time following along with my misadventures this week. But we do at least have our wool farm going, and that is going to help us plan out some of our projects moving forward as we think about the builds that we're going to do, where we're going to put them, and all that kind of stuff. I want to use some wool to get life started for us. So that'll work. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. Like I said, if you did, hit that like button, subscribe to see more. I got to say thank you to everybody for the response to the last episode. Appreciate all the comments. Please keep them coming. Let me know what you think. If you've got some advice or some tips, toss them at me. We're going to have to get back to our villagers here pretty soon. Not having unbreaking on the elytra really cost us today. So we'll probably be back to our villagers in relatively soon time frame, trying to figure out what sort of house to keep them in, and how we're going to kind of get emeralds moving forward, and also get our books and everything. So until next time, I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you.